detriment to social views, to even the gaming industry. It just absolutely sucks. I mean, even
Yeah.
for me, so one of my favorite things to do was play a game called Ark Survival Evolved. I was on an official PvP server, Mega Tribe. Um, I had my own group within the tribe. We had well over 100 people in it. Then it got
Yeah.
taken down, and the new version that came out is just trash.
Yeah.
It honestly sucks. And honestly, the reason why it went to trash is because of China. China owns the publishing company that publishes it, so they get all kinds of final say so. So yeah, screw you, Snail Games. Um, but it's like if you look at anything, nothing is good anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, even for myself, I've actually taken up to looking into creating my own type of video game because nothing is good anymore. Like
Yeah.
for me, I love survival style games. Again, living in the country, yeah, I want to be able to run out and go and build a damn tree fort out in the woods, but I
Mm,
can't. I've got responsibilities. So I want to be
yeah.
able to do that inside of a game. But there's if you look at the gaming industry, it's all flatline.
Yeah.
If you find a survival game, it's either got very bad graphics or it's got zombies. I don't want to deal with either one of those. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've come to a point in the world where we should have good enough graphics and no zombies. Like seriously,
Yeah.
with the movies and everything, stop putting women in men's roles. It's the exact same thing as like the WNBA. All right,
Yeah.
yeah, the women want to be able to play basketball. That's fine, but they're never going to be as popular as the
The
NBA
NBA.
because of
Yeah.
for the simple fact that they're not as entertaining to watch. I could tell you right now, the only reason any type of women's sport gets watched is so people can watch women run around. Coming from a red-blooded male, all right. Yes, I love to see women run around. Do I watch sports? Absolutely not. I hate sports. Now, will I go outside and throw the ball with my kids? Absolutely. It's fun. It's exercise. But will I actually put money into it? Nah. It's tell me why a football player or a basketball player or anybody like that makes more than a doctor. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah.
Um, do you know the answer to that, right?
Nope.
Um, it's what men do. We work and we need a place to numb our brains, and competition is in our DNA.
Yeah.
Always
Well,
has been.
I get the competition part, but it's
And
the simple matter of the fact of why are we paying sports teams so much money?
uh, because we also like money and we also like winning.
Yeah,
Um,
but all right. So with the sports teams and everything, again, I honestly I want to know the answer because, yeah, I used to play baseball as a child. Whenever I got up to high school, I didn't play any type of sports like that. I actually went for what we call rifle team, where we got to shoot 177 precision air rifles. We used to be able to shoot 22s until again some Karen was like, "Oh no, they're shooting actual bullets." Uh,
well, well, this conversation reminds me of
Well, the need for men to be competitive, okay, is ingrained in sports. And when you
oh
have
yeah.
women who want to get the same attention that men get in sports, the question is this: do women have the same passion and competitiveness whenever they go into sports?
No, because when we're boys, we it just reminds me of a talk that Jordan Peterson was talking about boys and girls, right?
Yeah.
Boys, we know how to, in a hierarchy, we play together as a team. We know who's the best players, la la la. We'll choose out all that. We just know how to do things together, and we will always be like that. Girls, hell no. They don't like that, man. They're kind of individual. They bicker, they snarl, they argue. It just doesn't. They're just what? They're just different. And they want the privilege and the money and the fame that comes with competition, but they don't want to do the work.
Actually, the point to add on to your point right there, if you actually look at the like the WNBA versus the NBA, the women get paid more by percentage than the men do.
Yeah. And the crazy part about the women's sport, let's say the WNBA, right? Most women will not know who the top 3 players are, right? But they'll fucking know every Kardashian, every single one of them. Every single one of them don't know, right? It's just whack. They like drama. They like money and drama and sex. That's it.
All right. I need to create some context for this because people just jumped into the middle of our conversation. So
we were saying women suck.
So if you're just So if you're just joining, okay, we had a Discord conversation. Okay, we had a live stream earlier, and I invited the audience for an announcement I needed to make on the Discord. While we were on the Discord, we dovetailed into a bunch of other things, and I felt to myself, okay, this is. I think I would like to stream this with the guys and just talk about how everything is being destroyed by the left. Now, there are different representations of how the left has done it. We can go into that with the conversation. You guys, let's know what you think in the chat. But I put up this YouTube channel. This is a YouTube channel that I watch. I watch it every day. I would rather watch this YouTube channel than go out and watch a movie because he does reviews on movies and TV shows. His movie reviews are hilarious, and I like to watch his. And maybe we'll watch one of them. He's done a review on The Odyssey, the most recent Christopher Nolan movie, which is getting absolutely shredded by a bunch of critics. Meanwhile, there are other critics that call it something that was sent down from heaven to teach us mortal men how Greek history looked. Meanwhile, Helen of Troy in the movie is black. And I get to shit on that because I'm a black person and Helen of Troy definitely wasn't black. Okay, so you have black people who would have a stroke if you cast Brad Pitt as a historical black character like Malcolm X. Okay, they would say it's cultural appropriation, and they would have all of the Al Sharptons protesting that white people are trying to steal their culture and history. But everyone is celebrating this travesty, and because it's Christopher Nolan, it's getting a pass. Well, he did a movie review on the movie and told his own story. Of course, his the title of the review is The Odyssey, an epic disappointment. So maybe at some point we'll watch it. But the entire conversation right now centers around how the left is ruining everything. Because I was talking with them and said to them, it's tiring to cover the news these days because. Let's take the live stream from this morning. You have Democrats who are being asked very simple questions about the evidence that has been unearthed about New Jersey registering non-citizens and having a bunch of them voting in their elections. The evidence is being presented to Democrats, and Democrats have their talking points, and they are finding ways of either watering down the impact of the facts that have been released, or they outright attack the reporter and say that they are the problem because they're covering something that actually happened. when Trump released or made his statement last week, he gave his address to the country last week. They all lined up to say how he was misinforming the public, how his claims were inaccurate. Now that the facts have come out, they're trying to downplay the impact of the findings. And I said to them while we were talking about that, I'm really getting fatigued. I'm getting Democrat fatigue because we're covering these things. And no matter how many times we cover the news and talk about how these things are hilarious and stupid at the same time, and why is it that these people get voted in, they still get voted in. And while I was still saying it, they told me that that Jasmine Crockett is attending in Georgia. And I'm like, what the hell? I thought we were rid of her.
Nope.
I would not have to subject my brain cells to listening to her say the stupid stuff she keeps saying. She wants back into Congress to continue to assault our intelligence. So we talked about that, and I said to the guys, I said, well, one of the things that I've realized is that it's not just happening in the news; it's happening in entertainment, and that's where I opened up this page. I said, look. This guy started out Nerdrotic. He started out by talking about shows that he loved. He talked about The Tick, okay, the Amazon show that he covered that, and then his channel literally blew up, started blowing up after the not Lord of the Rings, the Game of Thrones season 8 finale. Like that finale was so epically, horrible. And his live stream essentially exploded that night because people were so let down and they were looking for someone to let them know that they weren't losing their minds. And they found his live stream here, and his channel has exploded since then. But essentially, culture, entertainment, news, sports has been infected by the same virus. So that's how we got to talking about sports and the WNBA and so on. Like the movies, how did we get to talk about the WNBA or women's sports? We talked about the movies, how most movies have embraced the girl boss trope, where you have a tiny woman able to beat men who are 3 times her size. And that's supposed to be heroic. And all of us are like, okay, we definitely can't see that happening. It's jarring, but so that's how we arrived here. Just in case you're like, okay, hey, Crossroads is on. And then here's 3 guys talking about the WNBA and the culture, and there's a movie review site channel up on the screen. What's going on? That's how we arrived here, and I felt that we should just hang out and live stream because, guys, like I said, the fatigue is real. It's like, and I think most of us feel it too. Most of us feel the same thing. We're looking at the world, we're looking at the news, and we're asking ourselves, what the hell is happening to the world? What the hell is happening to the news? What the hell is happening to the Democrat Party? Hey, what the hell is happening to the Republican Party with this senator from Alaska claiming that she won't vote for the SAVE Act because people are too stupid to solve their own problems? So that's how we got here.
And brother, I want to add in onto that because it's not just the the entertainment industry. It's not just the gaming industry, sports, right? But if you would put that up.
Yeah. Yeah, Cracker Barrel.
The one on the right was made by a feminist. The one on the left has been around for decades. Guess what? It just got switched back to the original because they was trying so hard to modernize the Cracker Barrel, and it just fell straight through. So they're not only reaching into certain parts, they are literally a disease spreading out into every factor that we know and we love.
You know what?
It's
I'm so happy that we're talking about this, because it's like all of us see it happening, but it's almost like, am I crazy? Is it just me?
well, you know what's even funnier too, right? Is whenever this whole situation with Cracker Barrel actually started, I absolutely love, and this is not on anybody, right? But I absolutely love watching, seeing people's reactions, especially black people, right? They would
Yeah.
be reacting to going into Cracker Barrel, and many times they're like, "I want this feeling." It seems like I'm back in the racial times. I absolutely love this feeling, and don't take my word on for it. You could actually look it online. It's absolutely hilarious. I love these people. I love their reactions, right? It's
Yeah.
because these
Well,
places basically send you back in time to where it was simpler. Now, for myself,
Yeah.
I've got a Cracker Barrel here in my town. I actually stopped going at due to whenever I showed up and I ordered my favorite biscuits and gravy, hands down, and they brought me
what?
a plate with biscuits and then a bowl of gravy. I'm like, no, I literally got up and left. Biscuits and gravy is supposed to be smothered and covered with a picture of a fist punching a heart next to it. All right, that's what I want. I want a
What?
heart
What?
attack meal.
What the fuck is a biscuit? What is that meal,
Oh
man?
yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna have
What
to
is that
do
meal, bruh? What is this biscuit
it.
and gravy, bruh? what? I'm guessing Cracker Barrel is an American kind of. It's kind of historic kind of food chain, yeah, or something like that that has
Yeah.
history. But what
Yeah.
food is in there, bro?
All right, so here I go. I'm gonna do this. There we go.
Oh, right. What's that?
That is biscuits and sausage gravy.
Uh, hang on.
Tony is having a hard time seeing the appeal. Like,
hang on. Yeah, man. All right. So explain. What's it? Okay. What's it sitting in? Like what is that? Pastry or something? It's the
No, all right,
biscuit.
that's
What
what
is
we
that?
called
Like
a
bread
biscuit.
or?
Yeah, that's what we call a biscuit. It's literally a morning breakfast bread.
Uh huh.
Uh,
Like a crumpet or
whenever
something or?
kind
Uh,
of, kind of.
okay.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
savory? Is it sweet?
it's more usually we'll add butter to the
Okay, got it.
yeah, when we add
Cool.
butter to the mixture, it's
Okay.
melts into the bread so it gives it that flavor.
Oh,
But
dope.
it
Okay, cool.
but
And
whenever
then
you
the
add the
topping.
yeah, all right, so that's sausage gravy. So that's
All right,
basically
cool. Why is it that
you
color? Is it what's that, like a creamy color?
yeah, all right. So the way
Oh,
that
okay.
you we usually do it, my wife does it all the time,
Yeah, right.
which I absolutely love homemade biscuits and gravy.
Dang, that looks. I
That
can
may be
imagine it
tomorrow's meal.
tasty. So, eh, so
But I
yeah.
will tell you, whenever you take a bite of it, if you've never even seen it, you could actually check out like videos. Like there was UK students trying biscuits and gravy. There's whenever the FIFA World Cup, there were
uh-huh.
people going for the biscuits and gravy. It is a taste that is
True.
unexplainable.
So,
Now, for me, I actually like to add a little bit more. Biscuits and gravy is great by itself, right? But to
mhm.
me, I love to add scrambled eggs and shredded cheese on top. So that way the cheese
What?
melts down onto the scrambled eggs, and then you can
Dang!
literally just eat it all at
Holy
once.
shit!
The
Holy
flavor
shit, bro!
explosion in your mouth is something that is so intense.
What the
You'll
hell?
you'll be exploding at the waist and still
Dang, man, that
wanting
looks
more.
like that'll give me diabetes in a minute, man. Like
Oh,
it's.
hold on, because another one that I like,
Oh,
and
what?
again, this was a yeah. Another one that I like and that Cracker Barrel really messed up on, and I
It proper
really it
fucked it.
upset me. Yeah,
God dang it,
was
man! I'll be
a thing
sending an
called.
email quick.
Well, it's a meal called uh, chicken and dumplings.
Chicken
You
and
can definitely
dumplings.
tell, yeah, whenever you could definitely tell whenever they mess up the dumplings, like if it's a cheaper dumpling,
Oh
by
yeah.
Yeah.
the texture of it. And whenever I went up to the Cracker Barrel and I tried it, I literally couldn't eat after one bite. They had
So you're
ruined it.
saying like the dumpling? I want to assume it's what was it rough, uh, harder or something, or compared to the
All right,
original, what might
so
have been softer dumpling.
dumplings are basically the same consistency except for without being baked of biscuits or well our
Got it.
biscuits, right? Instead of baking them, you actually put the dough
Yeah,
into the broth itself and allow the broth to
got
cook
it.
the dumpling.
Got it. So it kind of puffs up away.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and softens. Yeah.
you
Yeah. Right.
see, so this is the
Yeah.
type that I usually love to eat.
Damn.
Yes, chicken and dumplings. Now again, whenever you buy, a dumpling
Bro,
is
that's a
good whenever
big
you
ass
bite
meal,
into it.
man.
Well, whenever you bite into a dumpling, you know it's good whenever it literally just melts into your mouth.
Yeah.
Well, whenever
Got
they
it.
changed it at Cracker Barrel, I kid you not, I was chewing a dumpling.
Motherfuckers, throw it at their face.
So, and again, it's all because of them wanting to,
Some woke bitch.
yeah, they wanted to change that up. I'm like, all right, you're changing food, right? To make it seem like you're a woman that doesn't know how to cook.
Fuck it out, man. Like, oi, leave it alone. It's not broken, you dumbass. God dang.
All
Guess what our
right.
best seller is? Dumplings. Why change it? Stupid ass.
All right. So let's pivot over to this because
Man, I was getting some good cracker barrel
anyone
fucking
and
zing, man.
look
That's some good shit.
anyone watching who doesn't know the channel or know you guys will just think this channel is all about bashing on women.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
is
about
totally.
that.
I'll do it. You
Okay,
can,
Well,
you
it's
can
not
stay
about
out of
that.
it.
It's
I'll do
bashing
it.
the leftists.
I'm kicking Tony off the live stream before he chases away
I'm the devil.
new viewers.
I'm the
So
devil. I'm always in your head.
all right, here's what I want to do next. Okay, there's a movie review now. Nerdrotic's movie review is 26 minutes. He has a lot to say, so I'm not going to play that one. But instead, we're going to play the movie review of The Critical Drinker. Here's a
Yeah,
shorter.
it's cool.
Everyone has been waiting for him to give his
It's
review,
cool.
and it just dropped today. I haven't seen it, so I would like us to watch it. But before we watch it, okay, I want to do something. I want to play two trailers. Okay, I want to play the Marvel's The Avengers trailers from 2012. All right, that trailer, and then the Avengers Doomsday trailer, which is the movie that's going to be coming out, I think, in December. I'm going to play that as well, and I want you guys to tell me if you notice the difference in weight, in quality, in anticipation. I haven't done this. I just want to because we're talking about how leftism has essentially destroyed everything from politics to popular culture to movies. You've talked about food with Cracker Barrel. Like I'm like, if we go on to education,
It's gonna be easy.
we're already going down the list and it's already building. But let's look at this. Let's compare this. Okay, here's Marvel's The Avengers, the trailer for that movie from back in 2012.
That's easily gonna be.
Yeah. So let's do a comparison. Okay.
Of course.
You were made to be ruled. In the end, it'll be every man for himself.
Okay.
What?
I'm sold, man. Like this movie still slaps.
What?
We get ready. There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people. So when we needed them, they could fight the battles that we never could. Gentlemen, what are you prepared to do?
You gotta fucking get up.
No offense, but I don't play well with others.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that away. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Hey.
Dears. You can be damn sure we'll avenge it. Dr. Banner, your work is unparalleled, and I'm a huge fan of the way you lose control and turn into an enormous green rage monster.
Thanks.
All right. So that was 14 years ago. All right. Now I don't want us to, so let's not say anything yet. Let's watch the trailer for Avengers Doomsday. And this just came out 3 days ago.
Avengers Doomsday.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
So tell me what you think. Like,
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died.
that's
Died
encouraging.
facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one. Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together.
Okay, so I'm going to pause here. I just remembered that I heard yesterday that Marvel has started doing copyright claims on their. I don't know when they started doing that, but I'm just going to pause. So already now, for this is a 2.25 minute trailer. The last one was 2.4 minutes. And so far, okay, we're midway through this trailer, okay? At the midway point of the 2012 trailer, what did you feel while it was going on? I'm going to just talk over and then play the rest so that we kind of have some transformation going on here. But I'm going to play the rest and you guys let me know what you think about both movies. If you hadn't seen the Avengers 2012 movie and this one, which one would you be looking forward to more to watch? Okay, so let's finish this and then you tell me.
Put aside your petty squabbles. Presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters. Mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
So you said it was gay. Okay, so I've played these two.
China, bro. That was fucking something's going on down here.
So the first one, okay, so I'm gonna let both of you just give your thoughts on 2012 and 2026. Okay, so both of starting with okay, let's start with Tony. Go.
The 2012 one, there's no comparison, man. It's up there, stays on the top shelf all by itself. It's the fucking mecca, right?
Yeah.
This toilet gay. Story. What is it? What is this? We're just standing here, light and a thing and other things. Fuck off. What is that? Oh man, it's annoying me, bro. Nah, hate it.
All right,
Anyway.
Hickox?
Yeah, no. The 2012 was million times better. I honestly, I think it was maybe like 10, 15 seconds into this trailer, they already lost me. And then
Yeah.
it just got worse from there. For one, they had too many crossovers in this one movie.
Hey, man.
And honestly, I could see. All right, so there was a part in the video, if you could actually go back to it, where the thing reaches out and shakes the other guy's hand, right?
Yeah, and then you're like, what is happening there? So
Yeah.
I'm trying to scrub through. Yeah,
There
here.
it went, yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
That right there.
Hey!
Anybody that has watched the Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
he wouldn't. The Thing would not be ducking his head to go and do a handshake.
And the Thing is actually bigger than this. He's taller than this. He's taller. Like this is a midget thing. The Thing should be about this tall. He and the Hulk go toe to toe. They're like almost the same height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a midget.
This is the dwarf thing.
the dwarf thing, the DEI thing. Yeah, so go on.
That's
You
overweight.
see, if they was to do any type of Marvel movie in real life, there is only one I want to see, and it have to be done correctly. But they're never going to do it, and that was Planet Hulk.
Oh.
They're not going to do that because there's too much blood and gore in it. But I'm like, it was the blood of Hulk that rejuvenated the planet.
Right.
But yeah, no, this thing lost me a couple seconds in. There's too many crossovers. I mean, when are you realistically going to see the Fantastic Four with the group from the Black Panther, Wakanda, and it's just too much. The only time I've ever seen a collaboration that actually worked was only whenever it was characters, and that was the Expendables. All right.
Yeah. Why are you gay?
All right, so
brother, you pulled that off too perfectly. Oh my
God.
So,
man, I fucking love that, brother.
So now you made a point. You said that there's too many crossovers, but the same thing happened with 2012. You had Thor, you had Iron Man, you had Captain America, you had Black Widow, you had the Hulk. Like you had all of these people in one movie. And I remember one of the reviewers that I used to watch, I don't watch him anymore. He said that it will be really hard to figure out how Joss Whedon will be able to make all of these big characters work in one movie because of the crossovers. And
well, hang on. With the 2012, right? They kept it really small. If you remember at the beginning of this, what did it say? Xavier School, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was talking about the X-Men. That means the X-Men is also going to be thrown in this. What are we going to do? If anything to watch this, right? Deadpool is in it just so I would have a laugh. All right.
Well, he isn't. He isn't. But Gambit from Deadpool is is in it. There he is. He's fighting with Shang-Chi. Oh, I forgot Gambit and Shang-Chi.
Oh,
So you have this
oh God.
and it's not like having too many characters in the movie isn't, a good thing, but it's about the way these movies have been made over time. It's clear that entertainment, music, sports, politics, news, everything has education, everything has been destroyed. Like we're looking at a smoldering pile of ash right now. Like I'm being very honest. I'm looking at everything and I'm like, where do we start rebuilding from? Because, well, like you said,
Let me tell you something real quick beforehand. If you actually look at the movie industry, they are failing at a very fast rate, right?
Yep.
I kid you not. The viewership to watch anime, which was Japanese comic style cartoons, right?
Yep.
That has risen substantially. Why? Because we're not having to deal with this nonsense.
Yeah.
I kid you not. Even me and my wife, we've got several animes that we love to watch. We're sitting here waiting for the dub versions to come out, new seasons. We're actually anticipating it.
Yeah.
Nothing Hollywood has put out has got us
Does
like.
that. Yes.
I want to go back to this version, this fucking thing here. The difference is from 2012. Iron Man started. They all had their own character building, and you got used to them. And then the next one, and then they came together slowly. They just dumped this shit all together, and we have to work that out. And somehow you guys got to work together. No, what? It makes no sense, dude. What's the plot? The plot, it's going.
Well, okay, so while we're hot on this conversation, okay, I told you guys we're gonna watch the Critical Drinker review of the Odyssey because what we're seeing with the difference in the way movies were made so many years ago and what we're seeing today with the Avengers Doomsday and with the Odyssey, like I'll tell you, the Odyssey is a slam dunk movie. It's a slam dunk movie. All you have to do is pick up the book by Homer and just figure out how to represent the story and the weight of the story as told by Homer.
Hey, just go ahead and do it. I'm gonna switch over so I can step outside.
All right. So let's see. So yeah, just go ahead and switch over. I'm gonna wait until you're ready and then I'll hit play. So now, if you're watching and you're loving the conversation we're having, feel free to jump into the chat. We like to have you in the chat. Let's see. I have to. Yeah. So there you are. Okay. So let's watch this. Okay. This is a review by the Critical Drinker. It just came out. Let's see. 2 hours ago. So I have to, okay, I hope us playing it isn't going to affect his, there's only one other person who's watching the live stream, so it's not going to destroy his views. So let's watch it together.
We're waiting.
Well, this one's been a long time coming. Several days longer than I expected, if I'm honest. Mostly because of the fine people at American Airlines who managed to cancel my flights not once but 2 days in a row, forcing me to embark on my own personal odyssey just to get home. It wasn't all bad though. All that enforced leisure time did at least give me a chance to catch up on the movie itself, and so here we find ourselves. If there's one thing I never had on my bingo card for this year, it's that the most contentious, bitterly controversial and divisive movie of 2026 would be made by Christopher Nolan of all people. Depending on who you talk to, The Odyssey is either a disgusting cinematic abomination that completely subverts and disrespects Homer's original work, achievement of Nolan's career, and a strong candidate for the greatest thing the human race has ever achieved. Fucking calm down, love. But no matter which side of the divide you come down on, half the movie-going world is gonna despise you until the end of time itself.
Welcome to America.
Here's the thing though, dear viewer, real life is a bit more complicated and nuanced than that, and as it turns out, so is the Odyssey. And now that I've had a chance to experience Christopher Nolan's wannabe magnum opus for myself, what is my verdict? Meh. I know that sounds like a bit of a weird reaction considering all the hype around this film, but it's the word that best sums up my feelings by the time the credits rolled. I just didn't feel much of anything. For all the controversies and culture warfare swirling around it, The Odyssey was pretty much exactly what I expected from a late-stage trilogy woven together by a man who either can't or won't understand any of those things. The Odyssey picks up about 20 years after the fall of Troy and the end of the Trojan Wars. Matt Damon's living on a beach with Charlize Theron with no memory of how he got there, while Zendaya stares at him every once in a while to display her incredible acting range. Go on, love, show us what you can do. Anyway, this setup acts as a framing device for the rest of the narrative that gradually gets filled in the form of flashbacks. The first of which is the Siege of Troy, where Matt Damon uses the Trojan horse to get him and his men inside so they can open the gates and end the 10-year-long siege. Yep, it took him 10 years to come up with that fucking idea. Anyway, with the war successfully over, everyone's like, guess we'll go home then. His second in command is like, shall we take the quickest, easiest, and most logical route, sir? But Matt Damon's like, nah, it'll be fine. So instead they head south and end up trapped in a cave with a giant cyclops that eats a few of them. Then they escape, but Matt Damon just can't resist shooting it with his bow, which incurs the wrath of Poseidon, who blows them to another island altogether. It's at this point that the survivors decide they've had pretty much enough of Matt Damon's shit, and they head off to find a lovely woman named Cersei who turns them into pigs because she hates men or something. But then Matt Damon shows up and persuades her to turn them back into humans, and decides he should probably get some advice on how to get home quickly because, you know, this whole journey is starting to drag on a bit now. So him and his bros literally go to hell itself and get berated by the spirit of Elliot Page for a while, then land on another island where they're told not to eat any of the cattle there or they'll all be cursed to death. So they eat the cattle, and wouldn't you know it, their ship gets destroyed in a storm, and Matt Damon washes up on a beach with Charlize Theron, who keeps him drugged and ignorant for the next 7 years. But eventually he decides he ought to get back to his wife Anne Hathaway because it's been like 20 years now, and she's probably wondering where he got to. I mean, like, no offense to Anne Hathaway or anything, but if I had a choice between her and an immortal Charlize Theron, well, I know which one I'd be choosing. So I guess we might as well start by addressing the three elephants in the room.
Let's go.
Yes, Elliot Page, Lupita Nyong'o, and Zendaya are all in this movie. Yes, Elliot Page looks just as ridiculous as you might imagine trying to run in a heavy suit of armor. No, they don't have more than a couple of minutes of screen time each, and they're largely irrelevant to the story, and Zendaya doesn't even act so much as exists on screen. And yeah, I know it's the principle of the thing for a lot of people, and if who's been given a shitty white wig to try to make him look older, and basically nothing else. I mean, couldn't you have just hired an actual old man? Are you really telling me that John Leguizamo was so fucking good that nobody else could play this role? Ah, whatever. Ultimately, you'll either accept stuff like this, or you just won't watch the movie in the first place. For me though, the bigger issue with The Odyssey is the creative philosophy behind it, and I might as well just come out and say it here. I was pretty fucking bored with this movie. Not because of the source material, not because of the labyrinthine adventure, and not because of the runtime, but because it just refuses to let me in. Nolan's slavish devotion to render an absent king eager to retake the throne and lead his kingdom again. Where's the bold and witty adventurer, the compassionate leader of men? By the time the finale rolled around, I didn't particularly care whether he made it home because he doesn't seem to care much either. The movie seems to be portraying him as a vaguely traumatized war veteran haunted by his actions at Troy and his guilt over the sacking of the city, which I get the impression wasn't really part of Homer's original story, and his various trials and setbacks are framed more as a well-deserved punishment for what he sees as his betrayal of his principles, which is nice and all, but it also robs him of agency because he's no longer vengeance against the suitors should be this triumphant, cathartic release of emotions that have been building through the whole movie, but it all comes across as flat, procedural, and obligatory. Just a brutal fight in semi-darkness where you can barely even tell what's going on. Shit, man, even watching an old dog finally dying after being reunited with his beloved master for the first time in years, which should be an emotional slam dunk, doesn't really hit because the character himself barely even acknowledges it. Doesn't look or feel anything like the Eastern Mediterranean, where it's meant to be set. With the washed out colours, overcast grey skies and bleak windswept hillsides, it looks more like Scotland in November. And I guess that really sums up the overall tone of this film. Bleak, dull, muted and relentlessly dour. An adventure without spirit. A hero's journey without a hero. An epic saga without any sense of scale and grandeur. A clinical, precise, finely engineered movie made by a man of great technical skill and intellectual power who can process and study every line of the source material, but who seems to lack the romantic soul and the wonder and the sheer humor.
So,
hang on, I got a question.
Yeah.
Why the hell is Tom Holland in there?
Oh, he's the son of Odysseus, Telemachus.
Oh.
So Tom Holland, he is a great actor, but that was the worst choice.
Well, and the problem is that this is meant to have been a story that spanned 20 years. And when you come back after 20 years and your son still looks like he's 18.
He looks like a lesbian.
But this literally looks like a knockoff from the TV series Spartacus.
Of course.
He looks like a lesbian from Yale. Like...
honestly, the only part that I was even interested in was the what looked like the battle scene with the giants in knight's armor.
Yeah, but even that was problematic because the armor,
none of it was.
It isn't set in the right age.
Well, I know that, but that was the only part that I was interested in.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to find it. Oh, I just saw it. There it is.
Okay,
yeah, I'm just gonna
something like that.
Yeah,
they're wearing.
Yeah, so these are medieval.
Yeah, that's European style armor.
Yeah, but and this is meant to be the Bronze Age. It's meant to be the Bronze Age. Okay.
What?
It's meant to be the Bronze Age. So
all right, so hang on. Remember, I'm always the type that I like to dig into history, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that I could acclaim to these giants, right, for the mythology, the only thing that they would fit is that was the Nephilim. That was the Nephilim, and then that would the gear that they would have wouldn't be materials of Earth. That would literally be like God material.
Yeah. What is that material that they're wearing? It's not even in the same fucking
timeline. Yeah, timeline. And that's the other problem. And that's the other problem that people have complained about the movie. It doesn't even engage with the concept of gods. So even if you wanted to come up with the concept of the Nephilim and so on, they didn't.
Well, the only reason
do a good job.
The only reason I even came to that conclusion is because further along, you actually saw like the giant creature coming into the cave, his
Yeah.
head sticking above the tree line.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that stuck out. I'm like, all right, so yeah, they're taking some mythology and putting it in there, but they're throwing in a bunch of nonsense that doesn't even belong.
Exactly.
So that armor, that silver armor, right? What material is that? I know what it is, but I want to hear what the fuck were they thinking?
They weren't.
Exactly. It doesn't even fit. Exactly, bro. What the fuck? These dudes that are about to fight them have a sword and sandals and what, leather maybe, and some material. What the fuck are they? Is the opposition? What the fuck are they wearing? Holy shit!
Well,
It's so bad.
Well,
So bad.
all the things that could go wrong with this movie went
Hang on,
wrong.
see if you could find the part where they're on the ship, where they're both where they're wearing the Roman gear that looks like way too advanced.
Oh no, really? I didn't see that part. I walked away. I gotta see now.
Again, I look at the details.
Yeah, man.
They were literally
God.
face to face, and it was like one was wearing black armor, like the
No, they
elusive
didn't.
Black Knight.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, they
This
didn't.
it was here.
There it is. There it is.
Oh,
Look how
what the
fake
fuck
that
is
looks.
that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
So it's
They proper
now-
fuck that.
now
Maybe we should make it black because that's Roman. Fuck off. What
Well,
the
here's
fuck
the
is
funny
that?
part, right? If you
Fuck
actually want
off.
to make it look legit from that period,
It kind of looks like Sparta cross Roman cross Darth Vader cross. It doesn't.
not that.
It's nothing. None of it's
Armor.
working. Nothing. It's shit.
Look at
I
the
don't even know
details
what
of the
that is.
armor. The detail is too immaculate. Whereas the guy with the wrought iron helmet here, or brass helmet, it looks nearly all right. So there's
Authentic.
no hammer markings or anything like
Yeah.
that. But the
Yeah.
black armor, what is that?
What is that? What is it? It looks
Well-
like a horse saddle or something. Like, oh,
Well,
I hate everything.
movies.
I'm more pissed off with Chris Nolan, man. I'm so pissed off with this dude.
Oh
He was
no!
captured.
Look,
Something happened to him, man. They
no,
spiked
no,
his drink. I don't know, bro.
no. Just save. Look, save your breath. All right, save your breath. Now, one of the things. Let me see the Spider-Man trailer.
Oh, and I can tell you right now, because as I was watching this, I started thinking, you know what, there'd be a good movie that they should make since it was put in the cartoon, but they're never going to do it because they put women in a bad light. Do you know what that is?
Mhm. What?
Dante's Inferno.
Oh God.
They would not do that, even though that would be a very good movie if they did it correctly with the CGI, with the right people for it. It would look badass, but they're not going to do it because why? One of Dante's Inferno's rings of hell was lust.
Yeah.
They don't want to portray women like that. I'm like,
Oh, but apart from that, okay, it also goes crosswise with conversations around sexuality and the alphabet community and so on, because that's really all that community is built around, lust. So it's, look, like I said, or like we have been discussing, it's really watching the destruction of every single system or structure that has been a part of building up Western civilization. Right. All right. So us looking at these movies and calling out the fact that essentially Hollywood is dead. Okay. Hollywood is like right now, channels like Nerdrotic and The Critical Drinker and other channels that I watch to catch up on entertainment, like, all they're doing is pointing and laughing at the insanity of what Hollywood is doing. Now, are there some bright sparks? There are, like this, what Sony is attempting to do with Spider-Man because they still own the rights to the brand. All right. So while Marvel is doing their thing and doing their best to burn the Avengers franchise to the ground. So Sony released this trailer, and I want you guys to watch it. Okay, well, this live stream is just a Hail Mary. We were talking and we said we should just hang out and talk. So let's play this end to end. And you guys, tell me what you think. And remember, we watched the Avengers 2012 the trailer. We watched the Doomsday 2026 trailer. This was released 2 days ago. Okay. Now, tell me how this makes you feel and whether you feel like you want to watch this movie.
All right. So at the beginning, it really had me thrown off, but introducing like the Hulk in there, and it actually seemed to get better. Now, if the CGI is actually as good, because I have noticed that a lot of these previews, the previews, they're better than the movie, and it really pisses me off.
You just saw the best parts of the movie.
This movie is
gonna go and watch
the movie is it's supposed to be out, I think, in 2 weekends, I think, or the next weekend. It's meant to be out by the upper weekend. So
I can tell you right now, I'm not even gonna go to a theater or watch any more movies. I've literally cut that out. There's no point in to go to movie theaters anymore.
What I do, guys, what I do is I wait until Nerdrotic comes up with a movie review, and I sit back and I watch it. Like that's all I do, because in the end, Hollywood told us that they didn't want our business. And I said, okay, thanks. You're saving me money. So I tend to spend more time watching movie reviews, hearing what the Critical Drinker or Nerdrotic has to say about the movie. And then, if it comes out on streaming, then maybe I'll watch it,
I'll tell you
let's see how it goes.
Another thing about the movie industry, especially from whenever I was growing up, right?
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, with Pokemon, right? The Pokemon movie with Mewtwo, right? Yeah. I wanted to show my kids it. They're not into Pokemon, but I like to show them shows that I grew up watching.
Yeah.
Can you guess that I can't even find that movie to watch? I literally would have to buy it as a digital version, and I don't even own it then.
Yeah.
There's another thing where it was an anime that I grew up watching called Full Metal Alchemist, right? Apparently, the United States lost the rights to be able. Actually, Japan pulled the rights from the entire world. The only place that has it is Japan. Guess what? I have that entire series on my computer because I'm tired of being told, "Oh, well, y'all can't watch this. We're gonna give this to you."
Yeah.
No, y'all are getting rid of all the good stuff and giving us crap.
Yeah. But the thing also is there are these NGOs that have been trying to tone police anime. They're trying to tone police manga and anime and gaming. So the usual things that would feature in these manga or anime, they go to these companies and tell them, whenever you're creating this content for the United States, you need to change these words. These words are offensive, so you need to change these words to something else. So that's essentially what has happened, and I think Japan is getting tired of that, and that may be one of the reasons why they pulled the rights of that anime.
This Spider-Man and that Avengers, it just looks like just a remake of Toilet. Same actors, shitty story. boring as fuck.
All right,
A
so if
money
you look at
grab.
like the other videos, like all right, so you've got Pirates of the Caribbean, great
Yeah.
CGI,
Yeah.
great storytelling.
Mhm.
Avatar, right?
Oh god,
It was all right, but the CGI was immaculate with that.
the first one was awesome. The second
Yeah.
one was gay.
Yeah, the second one really didn't make any sense. They could have
So
went
bad.
deeper into that. Uh, what was the other ones? Uh, the American version of Godzilla, right? That the is CGI for that one. It didn't portray the Japanese version of Godzilla, which honestly, in my opinion, I can't stand the Japanese version, but that's my take on it. But even still, with the Godzilla, I was like, I love the animatronics. I love the CGI. It was beautifully made. It's where these studios they don't want to actually spend the money, and I can understand why. Again, with the streaming services, and everything. I mean, first off, drive-through theaters were drawn out. Indoor theaters started becoming less crowded due to streaming. And really, what are they making from streaming itself? I mean, right now, what was it? Me and my wife, we just canceled our Netflix account not too long ago for the simple fact that we couldn't keep we couldn't have multiple devices as long without it being connected to our Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
If we're taking a road trip, I want to be able to use it, but it's got to be connected to our Wi-Fi. No thanks.
Hmm.
It doesn't make. They're literally trying to control everything that we see. That again, that's why I switched over just to watch anime. Now there are a few things that I would like to watch. I can't remember which one it was. There was a movie about black conservatives, right? Talking about their experience dealing with the left.
Yeah.
I want to be able to watch that one, but that one you have to pay for, so I can't watch it. The newest one coming out about the aliens documentary. I want to be able to watch that one. Do I have the money for it at the moment? Absolutely not. I've got bills to pay. We've got kids to take care of now, but
Yeah.
it's something that I would like to watch. This other stuff, nah. Unless they actually started putting work in, they're not going to get the audience that they used to have.
Yeah.
And also, please, for the love of God, diversify your actors and actresses. Stop putting the same ones in the different movies.
100%, man.
I mean,
Well-
the one example I want to use real quick,
Yeah.
the Chronicles of Riddick. Have y'all seen
Yeah.
that one?
Yeah.
After the first Chronicles of Riddick movie came out, uh, oh crap, what Vin Diesel? Yeah,
Yeah.
he took on the role as the producer
Yeah.
and paying for the Chronicles of Riddick series. He paid for it out of his pocket while also
Yeah.
producing it and being an actor.
Yeah.
We need more of that.
And he did,
Yeah,
and he
I
did the
get
same
tired
thing
of
for the Fast and the Furious as well.
yeah, and honestly, I'll have to say it. I'm getting tired of seeing Vin Diesel's face, but he does good acting, right? But it
Yeah.
was the same thing with Steven Seagal,
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone, uh, Arnold Schwarzenegger, but they were great actors, and they didn't always stay within their lane. They diversified themselves. If a movie didn't fit them, they said no.
Oh, so I want to play this trailer. You just mentioned Sylvester Stallone, and
Oh,
I saw
God.
this
Oh,
trailer
let's
last
see.
week.
Let's see.
I want to play
Oh,
this
man.
trailer. I don't know if you guys have seen it, so I'm going to play this trailer. It is I Play Rocky. It's a new movie or something that's coming out. It's anyway. Let's watch it together. But this guy's okay, anyway. I think.
Why are you gay? Like,
All right, so it's definitely I wouldn't watch,
So
but
shit.
I would respect it more if Rocky Sylvester Stallone actually came out and said that he actually approved this, or it was something that actually happened in his life. I'd be like, all right, cool, a documentary, basically, right?
Yeah.
But no, the actor is really trying too hard to speak like Rocky.
Okay. Well, he's acting. He's acting.
Right.
I don't think anyone can play, because in essence, okay, Sylvester Stallone played himself in every movie. He was himself in every movie. He talked the same. He basically talked the same way. Yeah.
I can understand that, especially if it's like a documentary. I mean, if you just look at the movie Queen, right?
Yeah.
Talking about the rock band. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could understand that. You're not gonna be 100% perfect, right? But I guarantee that man's vocal cords are shot after that.
Mm.
He is gonna be gargling for quite some time trying to get his voice back.
I can't imagine people running to the fucking theaters just to watch the shit. Or what's the point of the movie? Like,
No,
I don't either.
Well, there are a lot of people who are looking forward to it. And there are tons of people who are looking forward to it for one reason. Okay, for one reason. It's not about the fact that someone is trying to pretend to play Rocky, but it's about the fact that they're bringing back the story about how the movie was made. You understand? So that's there's a mystique around how the movie was made, the story behind how Sylvester Stallone wrote the movie and essentially stood his ground until he played the part and so on. So there are lots of people who are looking forward to it, and we'll see how it's in November. It's going to be released in November, so we'll see how that goes.
The only thing that I can get from this, because I actually just pulled up a video where Sylvester Stallone actually was talking about the 250th birthday of America, right?
Okay.
And the Rocky Balboa came out on the 200th anniversary.
Yeah.
So 50 years ago, the only thing that gets me with this is now I'm worried. Like, they're putting out a documentary. Is he going to be dead soon? Are we are we serious here? What's going on?
Let's see.
Did he sign off on this thing?
Can you find out?
Line sign off on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking that up real quick. Let's see.
I'm sure that. I mean, he has to have some sort of contact about that. But
so here's my take. Okay, so here's my take. The person playing him, okay, great casting. All right, the voice, yeah, it's an effort to try to speak like Sylvester Stallone. He has a unique way of speaking, but I think he's doing his best. I like the casting. I like the fact. In fact, I like the feeling. It's kind of like the soundtrack takes you back to when you first saw the movie. But it's. Let's see how it plays out.
Oh my! All right, hang on. So y'all really want to hear this?
Yeah, go on.
Sylvester Stallone's role in I Play Rocky. Sylvester Stallone has not signed off on I Play Rocky, but the situation is more complicated than a simple yes or no. In earlier interviews, Stallone said he was blindsided and shocked to hear about the film, claiming he had zero to do with it, and that he was considering giving the filmmakers some insight into the making of Rocky. However, director Peter Farrelly disputes this, saying the first thing they did was reach out to Stallone, sending him the script by Peter Gamble and meet with him at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Stallone read it, approved it, and gave his blessings to move forward. Pirelli suggests Stallone may have forgotten or confused the project with his memoir work, but he believes Stallone will be happy with the final film.
Bullshit.
Hold on.
Yeah.
While Stallone has publicly denied involvement, Farrelly's account indicates he did give approval to make the movie. The key difference is that Stallone is not portraying himself in the film. Anthony, if I butcher this, Ippolito, Ippolito, plays a young version of Stallone, and the project is dramatization of the making of Rocky, not a biopic.
It's a dramatization, not a biopic.
Yeah.
So that means there's going to be lots of creative license.
Yeah. So it's just it's like they can have their own kind of
Spin to it.
Yeah. So what it gets to me, right, is they may have told Sylvester that it was gonna happen, right? They told him it was gonna happen, not asking for his opinion or anything like that.
Yeah.
And whenever again, people like us or reviewers, hey Sylvester, did you sign off on this? He says no.
Dude,
The producers are like, oh yes, he did.
the line.
Well, you know that is the same thing that happened with Creed and with the Rocky series. The studio still owns the rights to the movies. And if he had a falling out with the studios at some point during the Creed movies, I think he only featured in the first one. And then afterwards, he had nothing to do with the franchise. So I think it's still part of that that distance that he still has with the franchise that is affecting this connection. That's my take, though.
What I don't get is that they've spent money all this time on this piece of shit movie about a story about Rocky. It's dramatized, right? And why wouldn't people just watch the original? Like, why watch this one? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, these are cult classics. The Rocky series and movies like that, they're fucking classics, man. You don't touch that shit. You don't try and dramatize it.
See, and that's a good point, right? If you look at any movie, right, they would have the movie itself, right? Then they would have the bloopers, right? Just short little things. And then you would have the producer's version where it says the making of.
Yeah.
Say that, yeah.
I guess they got tired of making the making of and was like, I play Rocky.
Well, I don't even think they thought the movie would go anywhere. So maybe they don't. I don't know. I'm just I'm making assumptions now. But I pulled this up because you're seeing all of this Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I Play Rocky. We've seen The Odyssey, and we've also looked at the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. And now let's remember, this whole conversation started out with a look at how culture and everything is being destroyed by leftist culture.
To point that out, I mean, look at all right, so I don't like Star Wars, never really been into it. I mean, the most that I could do is speak like a Wookiee. All right. But with the Star Wars franchise, they literally just shelved their newest version because it sucked.
It fucked.
And it was if I remember correctly, it was leftist intended, and it just tanked. I mean, they had so much backlash that they had to pull it and shelve it.
She was shit.
It's the same thing. And not only that, actually, you know what? While y'all continue, I'm going to look this up because if I remember correctly, there was a statement put out by Hollywood that they were trying to disincentivize, or however you want to say it, what was it? Misogyny within movies.
Oh boy.
Let me share some good to this shit that we've just spoken about, right?
Okay.
Two movies, franchise movies, anyway, that I think are just epic, and a bit of ray of sunshine, I think. So, you guys want to watch Dune?
Yep.
Unreal. And I think the last by Reeves, is it Matt Reeves? The Batman, the last Batman.
Yeah.
That was unreal. Those two would just stand out in the last decade of movies of the rest of and I don't know. I can't think of any other movies that have been any good other than Avengers.
All right, here you go. Apparently, a new UCLA study has found that Gen Z is rejecting hypermasculinity in movies and TV.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. I can't. Yeah. Let me see. So this is from Screen Rant.
Yeah.
Gen Z is rejecting a Hollywood trend that has been plaguing movies since the birth of cinema. Gen Z is saying enough to a Hollywood habit that has haunted movies since cinema began. Referring to those born roughly between 1997 and 2012, Gen Z's preferences are drastically different than past generations when it comes to watching cinema, which dates back to the mid 1890s, as they have little patience for bloated runtimes and recycled plots. Now, Gen Z is rejecting another Hollywood trend that's plagued movies since the birth of cinema.
Huh.
A new UCLA study has found that Gen Z is rejecting hypermasculinity in movies and TV and wants to see more vulnerable men in the media. According to the study, young audiences who watch movies and TV are eager for male characters to shift away from isolation and other masculine stereotypes and towards vulnerability and connections. Oh, we got to talk about your feelings.
Fuck off.
Listen, I've got a cup here that says fuck your sensitivity, all right? I drink the tears of liberals.
Oh, jeez.
I need to put a skirt on. Fucking hell.
Yeah, the experts have spoken. Bow down and be in awe.
Let's see. The University Center for Scholars and Storytellers, CSS, added targeted questions to its annual 2025 Teens and Screen Survey, polling 1,500 young people nationwide between the ages of 10 and 24. The findings were published in the report titled Gen Alpha and Gen Z Evolving Masculinity.
Shut up.
Yalda UHLS, the study's senior author, the founder of CSS in the what is that? Adjunct professor at UCLA's psychology department said the following: "Our findings reveal a profound cultural shift. Youths are craving a version of masculinity defined by emotional availability and joyful connection. By highlighting these narratives of partnership and care, storytellers can offer a version of masculinity rooted in hope and love. For today's young audiences, the most compelling hero isn't the one standing alone, but the one who has the courage to be present."
Can someone give me a hug? And I might need to borrow a tampon because
Oh man. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the future of Hollywood.
Listen, guys. I was born in 93. All right. I am not this fucking sensitive. All right. I don't. Whenever people ask me like what generation you're from, right? I'm literally. I think that I'm like the Zennial, Gen X, and Millennial, right? I grew up with computers, but I also grew up to where I was running around drinking from a damn garden hose. Okay.
yeah, that's it.
I don't understand this. This makes no sense. Whenever I kid you not, I could literally pull up a picture for whenever I was 16, right? I was again, going through puberty, but I didn't realize it. I had a sledgehammer over my shoulder because I was splitting wood with a sledgehammer and a wedge.
Mm.
Awesome.
Whenever you look at it, you're like, why is that? Honestly, it looks like it's a lot older than just a few years ago, but it doesn't make sense. I can't understand where these kids are getting sissified.
It's
I've got two
coming.
boys right now. Me and them wrestle. All right, me and them will fight. Oh,
You see, I've said it again and again during the regular live streams that one of the problems that we see is that most of these studies and polls lean left, and most of the people that they poll are people who grew up under leftist influence, and many of them are sissified men. Because
I was about to ask you, how much do you want to bet that the poll that they got from this only came from a Democrat city?
Of course, 100%, 1,000%.
They're definitely not coming out here to the boondocks and getting our opinion.
1,000%. Like, I have two sons, and both of them are as manly as you can get. Like, and I didn't have to line them up and say, "Hey, you're a man, you're a man, you're a man, you're a man." I didn't have to do that. They were born, and the moment they could walk, they want to run, they want to play, they are aggressive. You understand? That's because that's how men are. But for them to become feminine or effeminate, it has to be trained into them to be that.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So-
I want to take it. Let's see. Oh my God. Y'all see what I see?
No, what'd you see?
Joyful fatherhood emerged as the top requested depiction of masculinity.
Please.
With nearly 60% of surveyed adolescents saying they want to see more dads openly expressing love and taking pleasure in parenting, additional 46% of respondents said that they are looking for stories that show men asking for help, including support for their mental health. All right. I am pissed at this. I am going to rant. All right.
Go for
They're
it.
talking about they want fathers to be more open, right? I'm lucky enough that I actually get to be at home with my children, right?
Yeah.
There is a majority. Hell, actually, it was just a couple years ago wherever I had to go out of state. I went from Georgia all the way to Colorado to work. The only time I got to see my kids is whenever they drove out or I got to video call. Men are usually the ones that are out working, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, they are sacrificing their mental state, they're sacrificing their happiness to make sure that their family is taken care of.
Yeah.
Not only that, what was it? I was looking at
You see, you're doing
men
it wrong,
asking for support for their mental health.
bro.
How,
See,
and I know that y'all probably come across this, right? Whenever you're trying to talk to, say, your girlfriend, your wife, whoever, right? If you start talking about that, what happens?
the head blows up on fire.
Yeah. They use it against you. Oh, you need to stop being so weak.
Yep.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I've just given you. I've just tried. I'm doing the thing you're asking for, and now you're using it against me. You fucking bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Why can't you be like so and so? Oh no.
Well, hang on. What was that one song? I Need a Hero, right?
Yeah.
Whenever that comes on, guys are like, hell yeah, I'm gonna be a hero. Women are like, where are the heroes? I'm like,
Exactly.
bitch, he's sitting right next to you doing what he's supposed to do. All right.
Yep.
This is not the all right. as much as I love to go out into the woods and everything like that, hey, if I could, I mean, drop everything and be able to go out and live in the woods. Yeah, my kids may not like it. My wife, she may be on the fence about it. Me, on the other hand, I'd be happy for it. All right, let's go caveman status.
100.
It's the
100,
fact
man.
that we literally lock everything away so that way our family can get what they want. I mean, I love to go hunting. I love to go fishing. I love to be able to go out. Right now, that all of that costs money, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Everybody's scrounging for pennies on the dollar. I want to be able to go out. Do I? Absolutely not. Why? Because bills need to get paid. Food needs to get put into the house. The kids need to get taken care of. They need clothes on their backs. They need a roof over their head. They need electricity. They need water. What I want literally gets thrown in the damn trash at my
Yeah.
own wheel, so that way they can have a better life. So
Yeah.
that right there pisses me off. And you know what? I don't even complain about it. There are times where my wife literally comes up and says, she wants to be able to go do stuff, and I'm logical with her. I said, I really want to be able to go and do that, but we don't have the funds for it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she'll get upset, which I can understand. Women are emotional creatures. Men are not. If you are an emotional creature, please go get some testosterone. All right. But men are not emotional creatures. Whenever something happens, that incident, whenever we just had a few days ago, where I told you that my wife's cousin was hit on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
She was torn up. She was out. She was crying. And my daughters, they love to actually go and spend time with him. Right? They're not close in age, but that's still family.
Yeah.
I was the one that I came inside and I said, "Hey, girls, I've got something to tell y'all." I stood there. I was the pillar that they could hold on to as they fall apart because something bad has happened.
Yeah.
That's the point of a father. That is the point of a man. We are the ones with the strong backs. We are the ones that are be the protectors. Well, I'll tell you right now, whenever we go out in public, right? Me and my wife work as a team to where the point is if she's at the front of the pack, I'm at the back. All of our kids are in between. She's watching the front. I'm watching behind.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen. But we don't have that nowadays. It's ridiculous. I mean, with the majority of kids these days growing up without a father, I grew up without mine. Whenever I got older and I chose to have a relationship with him, right? I found out that he really was a piece of crap. So I literally cut him off. But then later on down the road, I found out my mother was the exact same way. Whenever I have a family, I kid you not, I'm one out of 7 children. Well, no, the oldest out of 6 that I'm the one that has a home. I am a homeowner. I done everything that I was supposed to do, yet I was the one that was the fuck up, right? Because I didn't go to jail. I didn't do any of that. Nah, I don't need them. I literally cut them off. Why? Because I've got kids now. I've got a wife. Those are my responsibility. This is my family. I'm going to do everything I can to protect them. Anybody disrespect my wife, I am going to knock you to hell out. All right? Anybody wants to try and mess with my children, I will burn the world down for them.
Oh, but Hollywood wants everyone to believe that you're the toxic one.
Exactly. And not only that, I mean, being a white male that is straight white male with a wife and children. We're married. Oh, we're the worst kind because they're trying to delete all that.
Yeah.
They did that. They did the fucking dirty, bro. I feel so sorry for you. I swear to God, man, I hate it. I hate it, man. I got a lot of white mates and workmates and colleagues and all that, and just to see that change society shift, where now they're the oppressors, they're the ones who should feel guilty for something they fucking didn't do.
Yeah.
Who are the mean ones, they're the ones who, all this bullshit, bro. I would lose my fucking mind if I was a dude. I would fucking lose my mind, man. Like, You're silenced. You're quiet. You can't say that. You're a bigot. You're this. What the fuck, bro? Like, I
Well,
would
that's
lose
like
my.
Tony. Me and AA was talking about it the other day, right? If you there's a video out there where there is a leftist woman talking about farmers don't need to farm because they can just go and get the food from the store.
Oh, you stupid bitch. God damn.
Like literally, where the hell does these idiots think food comes from? Where do they think the meats come from? I kid you not. They're talking about, oh, I eat soy, right? Soybeans, right?
Yeah.
I just use soy products. Really? Do you not understand what happens whenever you grow soybeans? You have to kill everything in that field. Anything that comes into that field gets killed. Anything that flies through that field must be killed. So you are causing more death by the choice of having soybeans than you are eating red meat.
The worst thing to fucking produce, man, is soybeans.
Again, that's stuff that does not make sense to me. I mean, I kid you not. I even looked into liberal cities where, I kid you not, yes, they may be in apartments, right? But
Yeah.
you've got a balcony. Why not have a few vegetable plants that you could grow out there, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, that's illegal. They don't want you to be self-sufficient. They want you to depend on the damn government. Don't do that. That is the worst choice you could possibly make. If the internet, the electricity grid, anything just drops, say China sends the EMP, right? The electric magnetic pulse, right? Destroys all electronics. Guess what?
Yeah.
The people in the cities, they're not going to know what to do. Us out here in the country, guess what? I've got rifles. I can go out there and hunt. I've got fishing poles. I can go catch fish. I've got seeds. I can grow my own food. They don't understand how much they are missing out on.
Dude. Like I say, we'll go right back to white liberal women.
It's not just white liberal women either. You've got the white liberal women, but then you've also got the what's the guys called?
The thin men.
Yeah, the simps. The simps.
Yeah, bro.
Stop simping.
They're the worst, man. The fucking worst. God
Like
dang.
literally, you are the problem. Yes, I know there are different versions of men. You have men that are masculine and they are really what is the word? Yeah, I can't even think of the word. Basically, they like to degrade women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any respect for those guys. Then you've got the simps that are not masculine, but wanting to praise women. I don't understand that. And I honestly, I don't understand how unless the woman is butch, like she is a bodybuilder and she wants somebody to snuggle up to, I could understand that. All right. I could understand that. At least somebody's got some damn muscles.
Look, well, in my experience, and my experience is very limited. Most women want the same thing. They want a strong man in their life that they can lean on. And even when they say they don't want one, they act like they do.
All right, so with those women, and I kid you not, you can actually look this up too, they're being attacked. They're called trad wives, traditional wives. If you're a trad woman, they're going to attack you because you are not being a
feminist.
Yeah, you're not being a feminist. You're not being a powerful woman, right?
Strong, independent woman.
There you go. That right there. I kid you not. There was a video. There's a YouTube channel out there where there's this black lady. She's married to a white man, right? They live out in the country. She wears, and I honestly I don't know if it's because of her taste. I don't know if it was their choice of religion or whatnot. But she wears basically the clothing of the Amish. Right? But
Cool.
and people were ragging on her because she looked like she was a slave. And she's like, I'm not a slave. I'm doing this by choice because this gives me and my family peace of mind.
Yeah.
Anything that gives you a peace of mind is a bad thing.
Look, kids, you have to think for yourself.
Exactly. They don't want you to think for yourself. That's the problem with the leftists. If you don't think exactly like them, then you're a threat and they must remove you.
Yeah, you are the problem.
You are.
All right. I want to bring this to a close. We are having so much fun. We've been talking collectively for almost 4 hours now.
Yeah, I got to get me something
Almost.
to eat.
Yeah,
That
like
pizza's still waiting on me.
Like
man,
I haven't even had breakfast. Like it's and it's 4 p.m. already here. So something popped into my feed, and I just want to I want us to now this is news. Okay, now this is news, and
is it Manda?
Yes, Mamdani is in the news. And New York City landlords just sued Mayor Mamdani over rigged rent freeze. So let's listen to this because this is like, I remember when the elections were happening last year, and I raised all of the alarms, and no one is listening, or a few people listen, or you're preaching to the choir. But let's listen to this.
Looking to overturn the city's newly approved 2-year rent freeze on roughly 1 million rent-stabilized apartments. They argue that Mayor Zohran Mamdani improperly influenced the Rent Guidelines Board to deliver on a campaign promise. Let's bring in now Randy Mastro, attorney for the landlords suing Mayor Mamdani. Welcome to you, sir. Good to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
So what's the case the landlords are making?
Well, it's a simple proposition. An independent board, statutorily required to weigh all the evidence and fairly consider the data, instead perverted the process at the mayor's behest to deliver on his campaign promise. This was a sham process to deliver a predetermined outcome that the mayor directed by fiat. That is blatantly illegal, and the ramifications of it are profound. More than 1 million New Yorkers live in rent-stabilized apartments. That's thousands of landlords, many of them struggling to survive because we are living in a period of inflation rising, the costs of landlords soaring, taxes, utilities, insurance. Yet somehow this board, under the mayor's influence, came to the conclusion that zero rent increase was warranted. Not supported by the data. Board did not properly consider the statutory criteria, and we believe it will be found to be illegal. And don't just take my word for it. A longtime board member quit the morning of the vote because she refused to be part of a sham process where she said the outcome was dictated first and then the data manipulated to reach that result. When have you ever heard
Welcome to communism.
a government official resigning on the day of a vote?
Oh, wait
and
until
then
this
in
finishes.
such
I'm going
stark
to lay
terms
some
calling out
groundwork
the
on you.
illegality. It's remarkable. It's
So
unprecedented. That's why
guys,
this case
I
cries
want
out for
to
relief.
I just got an email here, okay? So I want to read it to you, okay? Let's see. Due to hi Crossroads Live, due to a copyright match, your stream was interrupted. So we're currently not streaming on YouTube. Streams are interrupted. Oh yeah, and this came in 33 minutes ago.
Oh.
Meanwhile, I checked the channel, and it's that was a while back. Hold on, let me refresh and see if it's still showing that it's live. It still shows me here that it's live. So it's very okay. After the copyrighted material is no longer being streamed, streams are automatically re-enabled. So essentially, what happened is the stream was interrupted maybe when we were looking at one of the Marvel videos. So it's not like we were streaming and it got cut off. It was interrupted, and then it came back on afterwards. Look, like guys, YouTube, and all it takes is for somebody to wake up and say, "Okay, you guys are you guys need to be taken down." Anyway, okay, so let's quickly react to this piece of news. So Mamdani is doing everything he promised to do, and it's not like this is taking us by surprise. He said he wanted to freeze rent. He said he wanted to make buses free. He said all of these things. People celebrated and cheered and rushed to the polls. Even some conservatives or people who say they are conservatives in New York claimed that it was good for Mamdani to be voted in because it was going to stick it to those one percenters who make things expensive in New York. And I said to them, they aren't the ones making things expensive in New York. It's the Democrat elected leaders you have that bring in these policies that raise prices. And they voted him in anyway. And now we're having this lawsuit. Over 1 million tenants or houses, I think that's what they said, or tenants are being affected by this. What do you guys have to say so we can, just cover this shortly or briefly and then wrap this up?
Yeah, okay. So I'll say is, can we get it to scare a nuclear bomb and just bomb New York? That'll be fine.
All right. So what I have to say about it is I wouldn't agree with the nuclear bomb. Come on now. But gotta keep Lady Liberty standing.
And you have to keep keep my channel monetized, Tony, please.
I'll take it back. I'll bring it back.
Say you're doing it in Call of Duty. In Call of Duty.
All right. So what I was gonna say is what people are missing with Mandami, right, is the fact that he is literally going to try and run everybody out of New York. This is how this goes, right? So he's freezing the rent. That means landlords can't increase the rent. They're not making enough money to actually cover cost of repairs or anything like that. Taxes are going up. Then they're getting hit with fees because they're not keeping the buildings up to par, right? They've already said that if the building owners can't pay the fees or keep the buildings up to par, they're going to then seize the buildings, right?
Yeah.
Well, the state and city cannot take ownership of these buildings. So then it goes to either NGOs or big corporations, right? Now the landlords, they can't evict these people under the rent freezes. However, these big companies and the NGOs can, by the simple fact of saying, we're refurbishing the building. Then they kick them out, right? Then they refurbish the building. Guess what? There's nobody in the building. So now they can then set the rent higher, saying that it's high-priced apartments. So they're literally kicking out the low class, middle class, working class, sending them elsewhere while opening up space to those that can afford it.
Yeah.
So they're literally writing their own death certificate. They're not going to be able to live in New York with that. I mean, it's the exact same thing that is going on with California, right? The two actually collide. You've got the Empire State Building, Empire State, the Empire State, which is New York. Then you also have the Golden State, which is California. Well, the Empire State is no longer the empire. It's literally looking third world. If you look at the Golden State, it's no longer golden. It looks like a rough form of copper. All right. It's all going to trash. And if you look at the same thing in the areas, you've got people leaving California going to other states. Oh, hold on a second. With New York, they're literally just trashing everybody that's working there. They're pushing out all of the people that actually mean something. It's honestly really ridiculous, but that's the plan that they're going through. They are
Yeah.
what's the they are trying to get rid of the lower classes so the elite class comes back.
Well, good luck with that, New York, you dumbasses.
Well, you get what you vote for, and that's what they voted for.
Correct.
But all right, fellas, I've got to get me something to eat. It was great talking with y'all.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's this was accidental, and I wanna apologize to both of you because it was more like a discussion around the things that we've noticed about the world news culture, and I started talking about how the news has suddenly gotten dark. You mentioned the fact that the news used to be brighter, good news. Elderly man saved cat from a tree, and that was usually the good news. But now it's like every
And the funny
single
part about
thing,
that is that was CNN back then.
and that was CNN. you know so right now it's very different, and it's really painful to just do the news. And we were in the middle of that conversation after we talked on Discord, and I felt, okay, let's do something that's lighter. Let's, on a lighter note, let's kind of talk about something that is more conversational. And then we began talking about these movies, Hollywood, and so on. Guys, I really do appreciate that you took the time to hang out and do this stream. It's not our usual content, and I just wanted it to be on the record that we had this conversation. Thank you guys so much, and let me know if you guys want to do this again. We can plan it out and do something like this again, and maybe be more organized. All right, guys, we'll talk again in the Discord. We can keep chatting over there. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll talk later. Okay, bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye.